Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Felix here from Felix G Photo and HeyDon'tShoot.com, and I'm here today with my good friend Niles Jenny, who just bought his very first Sony mirrorless camera. Well, his first mirrorless camera. He had been shooting with a Canon 5D Mark II. Awesome photographer. He's got a great eye for composition, takes a lot of great shots, and he just bought his very first mirrorless camera. He bought the Sony A7RIII. Awesome camera, 61 megapixel beast. But he uses his Canon RF lenses, EF lenses. I don't know shit about Canon really. He uses his Canon EF lenses because he still wants to use them with his Canon 5D Mark II, and he's got an adapter to use them with the Sony A7R III. And one of the first lenses he bought for it was the 85mm f1.2 lens because he got it for a great price. So we are here at this abandoned amusement park, as you can see behind me, in South Korea. They get 10,000 won, which is about $8 to let you come in here and shoot photos and walk around. I mean, I guess it's worth it. I don't know. But anyways, it's a great opportunity to try out the 85mm lens. So what we're going to do today with Niles' camera here, his A7R III, is compare an 85mm, a Canon 85 f1.2 with an adapter on the A7R III versus a Zeiss Batis f1.8, which is a native E-mounts lens. So Niles is the star of our video today. I'm going to follow him around and shoot him shooting, and we're going to share some of his pictures with the Canon lens, 85mm, and then we're going to share some of his pictures with the Zeiss 85mm lens and get his thoughts afterwards later on which one he likes and how it is with the adapter versus a native E-mounts lens. So thanks for watching.
I met Niles a few months ago here in Korea. It's been great to watch him grow as a photographer. He recently invested into his first mirrorless camera body plus a new lens, those being the Sony A7R III and this amazing Canon EF 85mm f1.2. We've been wanting to check out this abandoned amusement park for some time, and with the snow on the ground, it made for a really nice place to test out this lens versus the Zeiss Batis 85mm. The Canon EF 85mm f1.2 lens weighs in at a hefty 2.3 pounds, or a little over 1 kilogram. The heavy weight should come as no surprise given the amount of glass needed for that maximum aperture of f1.2. However, with the Sigma MC11 adapter, the maximum aperture is limited to f1.3, so keep that in mind. This lens sells brand new for about $1,500 US, and used models can be found for anywhere between $750 and $1,000 US. It's tough to nail focus when you're shooting wide open at f1.2. This handheld portrait photo is a good example of that. At the full-size image, the subject appears to be in focus, but crop in a little bit and you'll see that it's just a bit off. Remember that your depth of field is going to be super shallow at f1.2, so pay close attention to the accuracy of your focus. The Sigma MC11 adapter is arguably the best EF to Sony E-mount adapter on the market. It's priced brand new around $175 to $200 US. I'd seen one in use a few years ago, but today is the first time I got to try it out myself, and wow, the speed of the autofocus was surprising. For some reason, I keep expecting a major drop-off in AF performance from adapted lenses, but truthfully, there are no serious drawbacks to using adapted lenses with a good AF adapter on Sony mirrorless cameras.
All right, ready to swap out the lenses? Try that Sony Zeiss lens. You want me to hold it?
I don't have my back cover.
You can use, since it's an adapter, you can use mine.
The Sony?
That cover right there.
The back cover?
Oh, what you do? No. Put this back on.
Okay.
Put this back on the mount there, the adapter. I mean.
Oh, the mount act like it.
Yeah. Because you don't need the adapter with the Sony. It's the Zeiss lens.
There.
Yeah. Take off the whole thing.
This thing's a pain to get back on. I have the lens cover.
Oh, hold that. Now snap on
somewhere on me.
the Zeiss.
The Zeiss Batis 85mm f1.8 is one of my favorite E-mount lenses. It's relatively small and lightweight, coming in at 15.94 ounces or 452 grams, which is less than half the weight of the Canon. Price-wise, you can expect to pay around $1,000 for a brand new one, or around $700 to $900 used. The design of the lens is minimalist, which I really like. All the controls are fly-by-wire, and you can set the function of the focus ring in the camera menu. Now let's see how the Zeiss Batis compares with the Canon when it comes to nailing focus at maximum aperture. Obviously at f1.8 your depth of field will be slightly greater than at f1.2, although it's still very shallow. As you can see, accurate focus should be easier on the Zeiss. Alright, let's move from the abandoned amusement park over to the train museum.
Okay, so Niles and I finished up at the abandoned amusement park. That was pretty cool. We looked on the map and we found this pretty awesome train museum that's outdoors. And I've gone ahead and strapped up with the two 85mm lenses on my Sony A7RIIIs. I've got a pair of them, no big deal. Anyways, so I've got the Canon awesome f1.2 lens, EF mount with the Sigma MC11 adapter on my Sony A7III, and over here I've got the Zeiss Batis f1.8, and I'm going to shoot some photos around this awesome train museum, and then we'll compare some of the photos, and at the end we'll give you our thoughts. So we just finished up here at the train museum. It's got a few trains here, pretty good shooting. And I have to say, I really love this. I mean, how can you not? The Canon 85mm f1.2 lens. The bokeh is super creamy. You'll see in some of the pictures there. I didn't drop it really, except for one time I took Niles' photo in front of the flowers over here. I kept it at f1.8 or f4, whatever I was shooting on the Zeiss, so I could compare it. But man, when you drop it down to f1.2, f1.3, buttery smooth bokeh. It does have some weight to it, right? It's a little heavy. One of the reasons I switched to mirrorless is I like the smaller size and lighter weight of the lenses, and it's quite noticeable between these two. I'll drop some of the specs on the weight and the size in the video as well. But overall, I mean, which one's better?
Both of these lenses are outstanding. You cannot go wrong with either of these on your Sony E-mount body. For me, it really comes down to weight. I would love having a lens that could stop down to f1.2. You bet I would. But I've given preference to an overall lighter kit. Niles really likes the LED depth of field and focal distance screen on the Zeiss Batis, but since he still shoots with a Canon 5D Mark II as his backup, he has opted for the flexibility of using his Canon EF mount lenses with an adapter.